Okay, so in the last 10 we have already discussed the basic concept of polymorphism. Okay, so I have earlier discussed that polymorphism can be achieved either by method overloading or method overriding. And there are two types of polymorphism. One is static, another one is dynamic polymorphism. Static polymorphism is also called as compile time polymorphism. यही थे ना? Static polymorphism is also called as compile time polymorphism, and dynamic polymorphism is also called as runtime polymorphism, or it is also called as dynamic binding. Okay. Similarly, static polymorphism is called as static binding or early binding, while the dynamic binding is called as late binding. So these are the terminology related to the polymorphism. Now, the important concept of polymorphism is, one is method overriding cases. So in the last 10 we have discussed, I think, two cases. So in this diagram, okay, yes, okay, in this diagram, in this case, suppose there is a parent class and there is a child class, and parent class child class is having a method m1, and this m1 is overridden method. Okay, this overrides the method m1 which is already existed in parent class. So in the first case, if child class object is created, yes, if child class object is created, there are two things to notice. One thing is, when you write new child, to actually new child creates anonymous object. Anonymous object means जिसका reference आपको नहीं पता. If you see this only, new child, it will create an object that is referred by C variable, which is of type child. So actually there are two things. One is the reference type, another thing is the object. Object of which type? Child type, and reference of type child. Here you can see that the type of both reference variable as well as object are same. यहाँ दोनों same है. Reference variable भी child type का है, and object is also child type. So in this case, if you would like to know the visibility of this particular reference variable, visibility of this reference variable means how many methods can be accessed by this particular variable, C. So C can access, because C is of type child, so C can access the child method, means M1, M4, and since in the child class inherits the parent class method, so C also able to execute M2 as well as M3. So here you can see that M1 of child, M2 of parent, M3 of parent, and M4 of child. It means M1 and M4 are the methods which are executed, और बाकी जो parent class के method inherit हो रहे हैं. So this is the simple case. Now in the another case, suppose if you would like to create the object of parent class type like this. 1 minute. हाँ दीदी क्लास चल रही है. क्या बोल रहे हो? ठीक है, ठीक, ओके, ठीक ठीक ठीक. हेलो, हाँ, okay. So this is the another case, and in this case parent p equal to new parent. Okay, parent p equal to new parent. So here the object is of type parent, and the reference variable is also of type parent. So this is the case similar to this case, but in this case, the object reference variable and object both are of parent type. So with the help of P reference variable, you can access M1, M2, and M3. Means all the method of parent class. यहाँ तक सही है? Because P cannot be able to access the child method. P cannot access the child method. Now come to the third case. Third case is, if you write, I think I have already discussed, I just repeat this because this is important concept. Parent P equal to new child. The first thing is, can you write this? Parent P equal to new child. Okay. It means the object is of type child, but the reference variable is of type parent. Means, for example, if employee class is extended by manager class. Okay, if employee class is extended by manager class, means manager is the child class of employee, and they, both are interrelated with each other with the help of is a relationship. So you can say that manager is an employee. Manager is an employee. So here you can write like this: employee equal to new manager, because manager is also an employee. So manager object can be referred by employee. Okay. Okay. So now with the help of E reference variable, which methods you can access? So with the help of E reference variable, the priority is given because E is of type employee. So priority is given to employee class. ऐसा नहीं है कि E है लेकिन वो रेफर कर रहा है मैनेजर क्लास को, तो मैनेजर क्लास के सारे मेथड्स को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. E is able to access all the employee method except overridden method. Overridden method is called by the overridden method of child class is called actually. Means the definition of child class overridden method is executed by E. Fine. Suppose in this case, if manager class is, suppose there is a method get salary of employee class, and in the manager class override this method get salary. So if you would like to call the get salary method with the help of E reference variable, so actually the definition of manager class get salary method is executed. Similarly, if I write employee equal to new clerk, so in that particular case, the get salary method of clerk is executed. Similarly, if I write employee equal to new engineer, so if I would like to call get salary method, so get salary of engineer is executed. अगर वो override हुआ है तो.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, only in the screen only case 1 is visible, sir. Like after case 3, case 4, and what you write, it's not visible.
Just I again write. Here blank screen is visible or not?
On me, sir, case 1 is visible. Like.
Okay, there is a problem. Just I stop sharing it. Actually, I think there is a network problem. I just share my screen, total screen, entire screen. Now entire screen is visible. Now entire screen is visible or not?
Not, no, sir.
No, sir.
Visible?
No, sir.
अभी भी नहीं है.
Now, sir, it's visible.
Okay, I think the network is slow. No problem. Okay, I just again write the third case. Means suppose there is a class employee that is extended by manager class. Means employee is the super class or parent class and manager is the child class. Okay, and here suppose there are methods like m1, m2, and suppose the third method is get salary method. इसका नाम पूरा लिख देते हैं, get salary method. Salary method. So here in the manager class, m3 and get salary method is there. So there are two methods. One is m3 and another one is get salary. So employee class, there are three methods: m1, m2, get salary. In the manager class, m3 and get salary method is there. So which method is overridden? Get salary method is overridden. So if I write employee E equal to, either I can write new employee, or if I write new manager, we can write like this. Because manager is an employee, so we can write this employee equal to new manager. So with the help of E reference variable, which is of type employee, can be able to access, किसको किसको access कर पाएगा? तो ये employee type का है, तो employee पे चल के देखिए. E can access M1, okay, good. E can access M2, and E can access get salary, but get salary of what? Get salary of, because get salary is defined in employee as well as defined in manager, but get salary of manager class is called. So this is very important thing कि employee class के सभी मेथड कॉल हो जाएंगे, लेकिन जो ओवररिडन मेथड होगा वो किसका कॉल होगा? चाइल्ड क्लास का. तो this is the case. Okay, now another, is there any case which is left out? Suppose if I write this, whether this is possible or not, manager M equal to new employee. No or yes? Is it possible? No, because employee is not manager. ये नहीं कह सकते ना employee is a manager. Manager is a employee. Means employee is a manager. You cannot say like this. But here you can say manager is a employee. Fine. You cannot typecast like this. Typecast, or you can say that you cannot assign the object into this particular reference variable of type manager. Means manager reference type cannot access the, you cannot refer to employee object. This is not directly possible. Okay. Now, so just come to the another case. That case is of static context. एक और केस लेते हैं. Online students, screen is visible or not now? White screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Now, the next case is in the case of static context. Just come to static context. Suppose if I take a case of parent class and child class, parent and child. Okay, child, parent. Suppose in parent class there are three methods: M1, M2, and M3. And M1 is static in nature. M1 is static. Similarly, here in child class, M1 method is there and M4 method is there. This is also static. Okay. Fine. Now, so in this case, if you declare any method as static in any class, so in the child class, if you would like to override it, so in the static context, method cannot be overridden because static member is the member of class rather than object. वैसे क्या होता है, चाइल्ड क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करते हो तो पेरेंट क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट की कॉपी इसके अंदर अपने आप आ जाती है, but actually there is no concept of object in the case of static context. So here in this case, the static method is not overridden. Not overridden. You can define the static method with the same name in the child class, but this name is method is different. This is not overridden method. You can write, but this is not a overridden method. Okay. So if I write this, parent p equal to new child. In this case, if I write this with the help of p, which method can be accessed? If I write parent p equal to new child, p dot m1, m2 and m3. Okay, good. So m1, m2 and m3 can be accessible with the help of p. But here, since p m1 is not overridden method, तो m1 of parent method. अगर ये static नहीं होता तो क्या होता है? m1 of child method. But in the case of static, m1 of parent method is called. So this is the case of static context. Now here if you see this line, so this is you can read it like this. This object is referred by p reference variable. Okay, ऐसे लिख सकते हैं. तो अगर हम जैसे हमने इस तरीके से हम c में लेते हैं इंटीजर a equal to 3, what does it mean? 3 is assigned to a. Okay, if I write this integer a equal to 3.5, so what is the value of a? 3. Means you can convert this double value into integer value, but there is some loss of data. You can convert double into integer at the cost of loss of data. Okay. So if we see the case of typecasting in C programming language, so how many types of typecasting is there? Typecasting कितने तरीके से होती है normally? Explicit or implicit. So now come to the concept of typecasting in Java and see how it is different. Typecasting. And basically typecasting is related to the polymorphism. So that I cover here, typecasting concept here. So if you see the C programming language, so there are two types of typecasting. One is implicit, that is done by I think compiler automatically, and explicit means you need to programmer need to explicit write the typecast operator, that is this bracket. You need to put this. Fine. Okay. Explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting means this is done by programmer by using the typecast operator. इस ब्रैकेट में जिसमें आपको टाइपकास्ट करना है उस डेटा टाइप को लिख देते हो. And in the case of implicit, it is done by actually it is automatically done by the compiler. So it is automatically done. Okay. Right. So in the case of Java, typecasting. If you study the typecasting, so typecasting has happened in two cases. One is in the case of primitive data type like integer, float, double, means casting of primitive data type. Casting of primitive data types like C. C में तो primitive data type की typecasting होती है, तो primitive data type typecasting. And another one more thing is here, that is casting reference data type. Casting reference data type. Primitive data type and reference data type. So again, if you talk about the primitive data type, so basically there are two types of typecasting. One is implicit, another one is explicit. Okay. Implicit means from lower type of data type to higher type of data type. Lower to higher means सबसे अगर लोअर टू हायर की बात करते हैं तो डेटा टाइप का कैसे शुरुआत होता है? बाइट, शॉर्ट, इंट, लॉन्ग, इसी का होगा ना, फ्लोट, डबल. ओके, फ्रॉम लोएस्ट टू हाईएस्ट. बाइट, शॉर्ट, इंटीजर के पहले भी कैरेक्टर आ जाएगा. बाइट, शॉर्ट, कैरेक्टर, इंटीजर, लॉन्ग, फ्लोट, डबल. ठीक है. Now it means lower to higher means lower data type can be casted into higher. Means if I write this double equal to 3, so I can write this or not? Long data type is bigger than 4. Just check this. Long, whether long is long कितने बाइट का होता है? Just check it. Float is of 4 byte. Integer is again of 4 byte. Double is 4 byte. तो long integer की बात कर रहा होगा ये. अगर 8 बाइट का होगा तो ये आगे होगा. जस्ट चेक इट. ओके. अच्छा, लॉन्ग 8 बाइट. सीक्वेंस सही. ओके, 8 बाइट. ठीक है. नाउ so lower to higher means higher data type can be lower to higher. Sorry, lower to higher means lower can be converted into higher. Lower data types values can be stored into higher. Means container बड़ा है तो उसमें स्टोर हो जाएगा. Means integer can be stored into double. Okay. So terminology थोड़ी सी अलग होगी जावा के केस में. If this lower to higher is typecasting is called as upcasting. Upcasting क्या लग रहा है? Lower to higher. Upcasting means when you cast lower to higher, जब हम कह रहे हैं lower is assigned to higher actually. Lower to higher means lower is assigned to higher. तो when जब लो को हाई पहुंचाओगे तो वो upcast कर रहे हैं ना, लो को हाई तक लेके जा रहे हैं. This is called as upcasting, and it is also called as widening. ये टर्मिनोलॉजी ये लिख लीजिए, widening. Upcasting, widening, and implicit typecasting all are same here. So in the case of Java, basically in the case of reference typecasting, so generally upcasting and downcasting terminology is used. Upcasting and downcasting. So lower to higher means if you see lower to higher in the case of reference type or class type, so just see, suppose there is a parent and child relationship. So child can be typecasted into parent. Child can be typecasted into parents. So this is called as upcasting. Example, child किसको टाइप, चाइल्ड ऑब्जेक्ट को टाइपकास्ट किसमें किया जा रहा है? पेरेंट में. It means if you create the object of child type, if you write new child, it can be typecasted into parent. So no problem is there. So here child object is typecasted into parent. So this is upcasting. नीचे से ऊपर जा रहे हैं, child to parent, but parent object cannot be typecasted into child. Okay. So here, so this is basically feasible. You can typecast lower type data type into higher. Yeah, in the case of reference type, child can be typecasted into parent. No problem. But just see the opposite of it. If you would like to typecast parent to child, means if you try to typecast higher to lower, higher to lower. If you would like to typecast higher to lower, higher to lower means higher कौन था? Parent, and lower is child. So if you try to typecast higher to lower, it means suppose object of parent class is created, and if you would like to typecast into child class, so this process is called as downcasting. Downcasting. And this process is called as narrowing. जैसे वो whitening था, this process is called as narrowing. Okay, parent to child. Okay, so it means if you typecast child into parent, so this process is called as upcasting or widening. Similarly, if you try to typecast parent into child, so this process is called as narrowing and और क्या था? Downcasting. Downcasting. Now, and this widening or upcasting process is also called as generalization. Generalization. Okay. Generalization means all the child classes generalize to its parent class. So parent class is a generalized thing. जैसे employee है, employee एक generalized term होता है, but clerk, manager and engineer are specialized. Fine. जैसे student is generalized, बस BTech student, MTech student, PhD students are specialized. Okay. So here, if you generalize child to parent, so this process is called as generalization. Similarly, the opposite of generalization is specialization. अब parent को specialize कर रहे हो आप child class में, means employee is specialized to manager. Suppose employee is specialized to manager, means employee object is typecasted into manager. So this process is called as specialization. Specialization or downcasting and narrowing. Okay. So upcasting, and there is no problem is there in the case of upcasting and widening. कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं होगी इसमें. The only case is if you write like this, parent p equal to new child, all the method of parents are called except the overridden method. Overridden of child method is called. Okay. So the last case of overriding or typecasting is downcasting. Downcasting. So in the downcasting, the parent class object is referred by child class. But when you run this, error is generated. Okay? When you run this, error is generated. So आप क्या करोगे? थोड़ा smartness दिखाओगे. And then you need to typecast it because you need to perform explicit typecasting. So if you write this child C equal to here child new parent. Okay. But here in this case, first the object is created, then typecasting is performed. So this is not possible because the parent class object is created, then it is now you try to typecast into the child class object. So this is not possible, and an error is generated. That exception is generated. That exception is class cast exception. I think class cast exception is generated. You cannot directly write like this. Okay. You cannot directly write like this. Now, there is a concept of how it is possible. इसको आप एक पहले खुद जाके इसको पढ़ के एक बार ट्राई करो कि किस तरीके से पॉसिबल हो सकता है, फिर डिस्कस करेंगे। पहले सोचो, हम एक हिंट दे रहे हैं बस कि देयर इज ए कंसेप्ट ऑफ इंस्टेंस ऑफ ऑपरेटर। ओके, जस्ट सी how with the help of instance of operator can we achieve this type of downcasting? Okay, to do it by yourself, ये अपने से आप करिए, then we will discuss। एक बार खुद ट्राई करो, जाके रन करा के देखो, and just study the instance of operator and try to see with the help of instance of operator whether it is possible or not। Okay, this thing is downcasting. However, basically there is a very less requirement of downcasting is there, but just see the case of instance of operator. Now, so this is all about the method overriding. With the help of method overriding, you have seen that how polymorphism is achieved. Polymorphism means in the case of method overriding is dynamic polymorphism or runtime polymorphism, how your method call is attached to method body at runtime। Okay, means कौन सा method call होगा वो runtime to decide होगा। Now, there is one more interesting concept, that is polymorphic array। Polymorphic array. What is polymorphic array is, if I just take an example of employee class, employee, and there are 3 child class of employee class. One is lawyer, another one is manager, and the third one is suppose engineer, lawyer, manager and engineer। Now, suppose I create 5 employee object, हमको 5 employee object create करने हैं, तो how can I create the 5 employee object? I can create the array of employee। Okay, so what I need to write? I need to create an employee array। So E equal to new employee 5। अच्छा, listen one thing, when you write like this, so an array is created, not employee object is created। Remember, अभी employee का constructor call नहीं हुआ है, an array is created। Okay, and since array is also an object, an array is created of size 5, means array of size 5 is created, and each element of array is basically a reference variable। Each element of array is reference variable which can store the address of employee object, which can store the address of employee object। Yes, hello, yes
sir, I am not able to see the screen again.
Okay,
Sir, I have also disconnected many times. It's showing like that.
you are disconnected many times कि I am disconnected many times?
No. I tried to disconnect many times, but it is showing like that. Nothing on the screen.
Okay, just तो हम एक बार डिस्कनेक्ट होके फिर से कनेक्ट करते हैं, ठीक?
Okay, sir.
Lagging also, sir.
I think there is a network problem, na? Time lagging is there।
Yes, sir, a lot of problem on your session.
Okay, just one thing। Screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think now it is okay because I'm connected with Ethernet. Okay. Earlier I was connected with Wi-Fi.
Sir, can you just show the last slide?
Okay.
Sir.
The last slide is related to the downcasting. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay,
here,
sir. Sir, we have
yes.
listened.
Okay, fine. So now the next concept is polymorphic array. So in the polymorphic array, suppose if I take this case, there is an employee class, lawyer class, manager class, and engineer class are the child class of employee. And if you create the employee class object, okay, so here actually when you create the 5 employee, means if you create the employee array, so a 5 memory location, continuous memory location is created, and each element of array is actually a reference variable. E0, E1, E2, all are reference variable. All can store reference variable basically. E2, E3 and E4. Okay, E3 and E4. So E0 is the reference variable which can refer to an employee object. Similarly, E1 can refer employee object, E2 can refer employee object, E3 and E4. Now, if I write this, E0 is equal to new manager. I can write new manager constructor. So actually this new manager constructor means a manager object is created. Fine. A manager class object can be referred by the employee reference variable because E0 is the reference variable of which type? Employee type. Okay. So I can write E0 equal to new manager. Suppose there are 5. So and E1 equal to new, suppose engineer. Okay. New engineer. And here, and E2 equal to, suppose again new manager, E3 equal to new lawyer, and E4 equal to again new lawyer. It's here you can see that the employee top type or reference variable can refer to any child object, any child type object. So manager can also be referred by employee reference variable, engineer can also be referred by manager, and lawyer. So here there are two manager object, one engineer object, and two lawyer. Okay. And the concept is polymorphic array. What is polymorphic array is, suppose if you would like to pass this array in a method. If you would like to pass this array in a method. So how can you pass this array? Suppose there is a method. So in the definition part, what you need to write here in the definition part? Employee E this array, and in the method call, how can you call the method? You can call method as, कर सकते कि नहीं? I can just pass E, and when you pass E into this employee array, so actually you just pass all types of object, either manager, either engineer, either lawyer. Okay, and here if you try to find out whether this E0 here, suppose this is not E, confusion को हटाने के लिए हम E हटा के suppose यहाँ पर T कर दे रहे हैं. So if you would like to find out whether T0, if you would like to find out the type of T0, पूरी एरे पास हो गई. अब आपको पता करना है कि ये जो एम्प्लॉय टाइप का रेफरेंस वेरिएबल है वो एक्चुअली मैनेजर को भी रेफर कर सकता है, इंजीनियर को भी रेफर कर सकता है, एंड ऑल्सो इट कैन रेफर टू लॉयर. बट किसी पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट पे कर किसको रहा है? समझ रहे हो ना क्वेश्चन? This is the means this is an array, and actually this array will store all type of objects, manager object, lawyer object, as well as engineer object. So if you would like to check whether this is an instance of which type of object, so there is an instance of operator in order to check the instance type. So if you check whether E0 is the instance of manager, it is an instance of engineer or lawyer. Okay, so you can check with the help of instance of operator. तो जब आप instance of operator देखोगे तो यहाँ पे उसका use होगा, and when you pass the entire array in this method, now you will be able to access all types of objects. Fine. अब हमको पता करना है कि आपके पास एक 100 array है और आपको उसमें पता करना है कि कितने मैनेजर हैं, कितने एम्प्लॉय कितने मैनेजर हैं, कितने लॉयर हैं, कितने इंजीनियर हैं. यू कैन काउंट नंबर ऑफ मैनेजर, नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉय, नंबर ऑफ दिस. ओके, so this concept is called as polymorphic array. Polymorphic array means which can store any types of object. This can store any types of, because this array stores in manager as well as engineer as well as lawyer. ओके, इसीलिए दिस इज कॉल्ड एज पॉलीमॉर्फिक एरे. अगर एक ही एम्प्लॉय टाइप का करता तो मान लेते, लेकिन यहाँ मैनेजर भी है, एम्प्लॉय भी है, लॉयर इंजीनियर भी है, लॉयर भी है. तो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज पॉलीमॉर्फिक एरे. एंड हियर यू कैन सी दैट कि हाउ पॉलीमॉर्फिक एरे पास्ड एज ए पैरामीटर. ओके, लाइक दिस. सो polymorphic array and polymorphic array as a parameter. So the I think there is one or two more concept in polymorphism that is left out. One is polymorphism with private method. In the case of private method, just see polymorphism in the case of private method. In the case of private method. In the case of private method, suppose there are two classes. This is parent class and this is child class, and suppose M1 method is a private method. Okay, and there is M2 method and M3 method, both are public. Now if in the C class, means child class, there is a method M4 and M5, and M1 is also there. Okay, so first thing is whether this M1 first, if this is a private method, so is it visible to child class? No, since M1 is a private method, it means it is not visible to child class. And since it is not visible to child class, so it means you cannot override it. Since it is not visible to child class, it means you cannot override it. You can't override it. So if you write M1 here, what does it mean? This behave as a different method. You can write, but ये override नहीं होगा because M1 is not visible to child class. So this M1 is separate method for this child class. Okay, so this is the case of polymorphism in the case of private method. ठीक है. Similarly, in the case of final method also cannot override कर पाते कि नहीं final method. If any method is final, if you declare any method as final, it means you cannot override it. If any class is final, you cannot inherit it or extend it. और क्या था? If you declare any variable as final,
you
cannot change it. Okay, so if the means method is final, so in that case also overriding cannot be performed. Overriding cannot be performed. Fine. However, overloading can be performed. Overriding is not performed, but overloading is performed. So this is all the concept related to polymorphism and inheritance. In instance of operator वो आप देख लेना, and this is all about the polymorphism and inheritance chapter. Okay, so it means inheritance property and polymorphism property is over of object oriented programming, and inheritance and polymorphism are interrelated. Okay, now the third property of object oriented programming that we will discuss from the next turn, that is abstraction. अब abstraction next turn पे discuss करेंगे. New property है abstraction. Okay, and abstraction, in the abstraction property there are two chapters. One is abstract class and another one is interface. So from the next turn we will discuss abstraction. Okay, thank you.
Sir, hello sir.
Yes.
Sir, in polymorphic array, sir, like you read, like you wrote, sir, E of 1, E of 2, and so that is like every element is like acting as a reference. So, sir,
Yes. Actually, in polymorphic array, E0, E1, E2, every element act as a reference variable, which can store the address of object, yeah, which can refer to an object. ठीक है?
नॉर्मली तो एरे का सर तो नहीं करता ना.
हाँ,
नॉर्मली सर एरे लिखेंगे तो E1, E2, E3, E0 को तो सर कह सकते हैं कि वो होता है रेफरेंस, बट E1, E2 एंड E3 को सर वो रेफरेंस कैसे लिख सकते हैं? हाउ इट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम नॉर्मल एरे?
It is different from normal array means if you declare integer type array, suppose. Okay, if you declare integer type array, so it means all the elements refer to integer type of value. Okay, but in the case of polymorphic array, all the elements basically refer to either manager, either engineer. सबका अलग अलग टाइप है ना. अब जैसे इंटीजर array create करते हो तो basically all the data types of all the elements are same. But in the case of employee type तो है, लेकिन but actually it refer to manager type, engineer type as well as lawyer type. So different objects के type को refer कर रहा है, so it is called as polymorphic array. कोई और मतलब ऐसा कंफ्यूजन है क्या कि ये हुक कैसे हो जा रहा है?
हाँ सर, वही निकलेगा तो सर
एक बार रन करा के देखो इसको पहले कि एक एरे क्रिएट करना इस तरीके से एम्प्लॉय की, और मेरे ख्याल से एक असाइनमेंट तुम लोग लैब में किए भी होगे इस तरीके से, एक एम्प्लॉय की एरे क्रिएट करके. एंड E0 इक्वल टू, बस ये पॉलीमॉर्फिक नहीं किए होगे तुमने, सभी एम्प्लॉय क्रिएट किया होगा. E0 इक्वल टू न्यू एम्प्लॉय, E1 इक्वल टू न्यू एम्प्लॉय, E2 इक्वल टू न्यू एम्प्लॉय. ओके, बट यू कैन क्रिएट E0 इक्वल टू न्यू मैनेजर, E1 E0 इक्वल टू न्यू मैनेजर. मतलब क्या हो रहा है कि एक्चुअली an array is created and E0 is a variable, E1 is a variable, E2 is a variable, all are variables just of employee type, which can refer to an object of employee type. E0 can refer to an object of employee type, and E0 can also refer to an object of its child class type, means manager, engineer और lawyer. जो भी child class है उनको refer कर सकता है ये. तो नॉर्मल एरे से तो नॉर्मल एरे मींस जो प्रिमिटिव डेटा टाइप वाली एरे उससे तो अलग है ना ये.
ओके सर.
ओके, इसको एक बार रन कराना फिर देखना, तब थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन दूर होगा. ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू. बस ओके,
थैंक यू सर.
ओके, थैंक यू.
थैंक यू.